Hi, I'm Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking. Welcome back. Thanks for having me in your home. Tonight we're going to do a quiche. I love quiche. Either you love quiche or you don't like quiche. And I've always been searching for a simple quiche to make because I don't like going all the trouble making a big pie shell and all the cheeses and everything. So I have found a quiche that I can make in a few seconds that is so simple that you will love, and it is so good. I'm going to start off with my crust. I'm going to use Bisquick. I've got a cup and a half of Bisquick that I'm going to pour into my bowl. Into the cup and a half of Bisquick, I'm going to put maybe a teaspoon of salt. That's what I'm going to put salt wise. We'll set these out of the way. To that, I've got maybe a fourth of stick of butter. Melted. Fourth stick of butter. And to that, I've got, I don't know whether you can see now, the steam coming off of this. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of very hot water. And I'm going to take my spoon and just start mixing this around to come up with a dough ball. This pie crust, matter of fact, I made a quiche the other night. I made a bacon quiche the other night. You can use bacon, spinach. This is so flaky and so delicious. You will not believe that just something this simple can be this good. I mean, it's just, until you try it, you won't believe it. So I'm gonna actually take this off right now, and I'm gonna actually get here and make a dough ball out of this. Pick up all my dough around the sides, any that I have. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna let that sit there just for a second, okay? Next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my pie plate. I got just a standard pie plate. I'm gonna take some cooking oil and I'm gonna spray my pie plate. After I do that, I'm going to pick up my dough again, and I'm going to start in my hand by mashing it down. Just making a big disc in my hand. Just flatten as much as I can. I'll put it right in the middle, and then I'm going to start pressing out. I'm going to press out to the sides. I'm going to go all the way up to the top with this. I'm going to take it up, like I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to actually take this all the way up to the top. Now, if it makes a hole in the bottom, that's right, we got plenty of dough there that I can go back and patch that. But I'm actually going to take the dough and I'm going to bring it all the way up to the top. Like this, all the way around. I mean, there's a lot of dough there. Okay, if you want me to finish this, let me finish this pie shell, and then I'll be right back with you and show you the next step. Okay, as you can see, look at that. It's really a pretty pie crust. And all I did was just push it in there with my hands. How simple can that be with Bisquick, okay? So my pie crust is essentially ready. So what I'm going to do next is I've got my blender over here. My blender, I'm going to start off using cottage cheese. Now the cottage cheese that I have, it takes a cup and a half of cottage cheese to make this. When I measured this the other night, I thought I was going to need 2 packages. It happens to be these small containers have exactly 1.5 cups. And that's exactly what I need. So if you get a small container like this, that's all you need. I'm going to put the whole container in my blender. And like I said, that's 1.5 cups. If you want to measure it out, or if you have a bigger container, it takes 1.5 cups, okay? To that 1.5 cups, I'm going to add 3 eggs. Oh, look at there. We got a double yolk. This could be really rich, okay? So that's 2, but I'm going to go ahead and put the 3 eggs in there. There's 2. So this should be even richer than before. And there is 3. So I'm going to set these out of the way. Paper towel and wipe my hands off a little bit. And then I've got nutmeg. I always like to put nutmeg there. You don't have to grate your own nutmeg. If you just have some nutmeg in your spice cabinet, just put the nutmeg from your spice cabinet. I like fresh nutmeg, so I like to grate it. Not a whole lot. As you can see, it's just a light amount on the top of here. Okay, we'll put that in there. And we'll put this on blend and let this blend a few minutes. This will make sure I get it blended really well. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I've got my pie crust, and I made bacon the other night. Tonight I'm going to do ham. And what I did, I just stopped by the grocery store, went to the deli department, and I asked them to slice me some thick ham. And I came home and I cut it in little chunks. And I'm just going to put the little chunks around the bottom of my quiche. Like I said, the other night I did a bacon one, and it was delicious. If you want to make a spinach one, they're really good. Of course, I add my spinach right in here and blend it. Of course, it's green when I pour it in here. Okay? All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply take my mix, and you see how simple that was. It's just cottage cheese and eggs. I'm going to pour it over top of my ham pieces. Okay. And then I'm going to take a few pieces of ham that are left over, and we'll put them on the top, so when it comes out, there'll be some pieces on the top to make it really pretty. I've got my oven on 350 degrees, and this is going to probably bake for maybe 30 minutes. So I'm going to put this in my oven to bake, and I'll be back in 30 minutes, and I'll show you the quiche. Okay, our quiche is out the oven, and it turned out really pretty. It's nice and golden brown and rose up really nice. So it's still a little warm, but I'm going to try cutting it and show you the inside of it. Get my plate closer here. Okay, there we are. There is your quiche, and as you can see, if I break back here, there are beautiful pieces of ham in there, a beautiful crust at the bottom. Try a piece of that crust to show you. It's really, really pretty. Really, really good. You saw how simple this was and how easy it was to make. This is one that you should try for breakfast or for dinner or any time of the day. Until next time, thank you so much for following me and supporting me. If you'd look me up on Facebook and like me, and then go to YouTube and subscribe, you won't miss any of these recipes. Thank you so much once again for having me in your home. You take care of yourself, and I'll see you really soon. Until next time, this is Jim and Merida saying, God bless.